Geziniyo'dan herkese merhaba arkadaşlar. Bu hafta yine sizin için çok değişik bir konuyu inceleyeceğiz. Bu hafta Çekilmesinin sahibi Francis Bollag'la bir online telefon görüşmesi yapıyoruz. Tekrar merhaba arkadaşlar. Dediğim gibi az sonra Francis Bollag, yani kimdir Francis Bollag? Çayın yağlarının, bisiklet zincir yağlarının üreticisi ve inventörü, yani bulucusu veya ne diyeyim kaşifi. Çayın nedir? Çayın bir çeşit bir bisiklet yağı. Bunu bisiklet forumu takip eden, üye olan takipçilerim bilecektir. Orada bisiklet forum adminlerinden Edip Dinçer'in böyle bir konusu vardı. Şimdi normalde bisiklet zincir yağlarında kuru ve ıslak olarak ikiye ayrılıyor veya Prolube, Zefal'de var gerçi bu. 4 mevsim zincir yağları kullanıyoruz. Aşağı yukarı benim de daha önceki videomda da bundan bahsetmiştim. 100 kilometrede bir zincirimizi yağlamamız gerekiyor. Fakat Edip Dinçer arkadaşımız Amerika'dan bir şekilde New York'tan adında bir yağ buluyor ve bu yağı denediğinde bisikletin aşağı yukarı 1000 kilometrede bir gibi kilometre aralıklarında, uzunluk aralıklarında yağlama gerektiğini ve bisikletin zincirin hiçbir şekilde toz toplamadığından bahsetti. Ben de düşündüm, taşındım. Çekilmesini alıp incelemeyi düşündüm ki bunun incelemesini de yapacağım büyük ihtimalle. Bunu ilk ağızdan duymanın daha doğru olacağını düşünerekten ne yaptım? Francis Bollag'la, yani Çekilmesinin buluşçusuyla veya kaşifiyle irtibata geçerek kendisiyle online bir görüşme talep ettim. Kendisi de sağ olsun beni kırmadılar. Şimdi az sonra online görüşmeyi burada canlı olarak birlikte yapacağız. Bu arada sesim tuhaf geliyor, farkındayım. Bu aralar ağır bir grip geçiriyorum. O yüzden böyle bir durgunluk var üzerimde. Şimdi yavaş yavaş ne yapalım? Francis'i arayarak online görüşmemize başlayarak kendisine Çekilmesinin hakkında sorular soralım. Çekilmesinin ne olduğunu hep birlikte görelim arkadaşlar.
Hello, Farad. How are you?
Thank you so much, Francis. And how are you?
Good.
People wants to learn so much information about Çekilmesini. And because of that, I wanted to do this speech, do this interview. Now we are on the
I
air.
think it'll be very good. I
Okay.
think it'll be good. But meanwhile, I have to tell you, while I was killing time, I looked up Izmir. You shouldn't be riding a bike. You should be sailing. What a beautiful place.
Yes, Izmir is a really beautiful city at the west of Turkey, and it's a sunny city. Nearly the whole year, it's a really sunny city. Let me ask you some questions about Çekilmesini.
Sure.
First of all, who is Francis Bollag, and how did you get involved to this job, and how did you create Çekilmesini?
Okay. The story is, first of all, I've been in a bike business. First of all, I've been on bicycles all my life. So over 50 years riding bicycles.
Oh.
And I've been in a bike business as a wholesaler and manufacturer for 45 of those 50 years. So I've always been in a bike business. And over those years, as a wholesaler, I have sold just about every chain loop on the market. Finish Line, Paid Rose, not Bow Shield, Finish Line, Paid Rose, WD-40, Tri-Flow. I'm trying to think of some of the other brands, but you name it and I've sold it, including some you never heard of and some that went out of business 20, 30 years ago.
Oh.
So as I got near retirement, actually what really happened is I never made a chain loop. I was never very happy with chain loops. And interestingly enough, I woke up one day and said, I never used the chain loop I sold, nor sold the chain loop I used. I personally used to use a motorcycle chain loop from a company that went out of business like 30 years ago, and I had some left. So I reached a point that said, since I'm not selling anything I really believe in, I might as well make my own. Plus, what's changed in the chain loop business is chain loops used to be about lubricating the chain, but if you think about it, over the last 10 or 15 years, they kept getting thinner and thinner and thinner, and everyone was distracted and being cleaner and cleaner and cleaner. And what I noticed is they were poorer lubricants. So I felt there was a niche for someone that went the other direction, which is why I jumped in. Or else I would have just let it go and been happy. But I saw this niche forming, and it was a market for people like myself, people who ride bikes all the time, ride in all weather conditions, tour.
Yes.
And for example, some of the chain loops won't even last 100 miles. Well,
Yeah.
I'll ride 100 miles in a day. Am I supposed to stop and lubricate my chain in the middle of a trip? And
Yeah.
tourists that might ride 1,000 miles over the span of 2 weeks, they don't need to stop and lubricate a chain. They should be able to ride their bikes and enjoy it. And the reality is, 40, 50 years ago, people did that all the time, and no one even thought about it.
Uh-huh.
So I felt the chain lube market in the bike business had shifted in this weird direction, this extreme direction to cleanliness. And I said, let me go in the other direction and be the guy that's got the loop that's different than everyone else's, that fills the niche. Ironically, in the 5 or 6 years since I've introduced Chain L, more and more lubes are moving towards my side, focusing on actually lasting and being a better lubricant. But so far, no one's come all the way. They're afraid to come to that extreme.
So chain lube has born. And what is chain L? Would you?
It's oil. There's no two ways about it. It's a very heavy oil. And what makes it a chain lube rather than just like all the other lubes are we put things in it that are specific to the needs of a chain, some very extreme high-pressure lubricants. Because chains, no one thinks about it, but chains are very highly stressed. When you stand on your pedal, let's say you use a 24-tooth chain ring, which is the extreme case. That's as small as you get. When you stand on the pedal, standing on a mountain bike, the tension in your chain is about 5 times your body weight.
So we can say that its formulation is a little bit different from the other oils.
Right.
And
it's different in ways specific to the needs of a chain. And that's why I was coming back to motor oil. Motor oil has detergent in it.
I understand.
Detergent is activated by water. Now, in the engine, that's important because a little bit of water forms inside engines. And they don't want that to separate from the oil. So the detergent keeps the water in the oil. But on a bike chain out in the rain, the detergent makes the oil wash off faster because it starts the process. So we don't have detergent.
I understand. Also, in Turkey, as I told you while we were writing, people make really good comments about it. Everybody are bored from lubricating at nearly 100 miles. And one of my friends from cycling forum, whose name is Edip Pincher, he told now after chain L, he started to lubricate his bicycle chain nearly 1,000 kilometers.
Yes, and that's about average. We say 1,000 miles, and most people admit that's not a lie. It's a lot of people don't go the whole 1,000 miles. The record is 2,000 some odd miles, but that's from someone who wanted to go until it squeaked.
I understand. Thank you so much for the speech.
One other thing I can tell you is we sponsor an adventure race team.
As a last question, how do people reach this chain L?
Right now in Turkey, we are the nearest source. They have to buy it from us.
I see. So people can directly buy from your website, chainl.com.
Right.
You can take this like this. Okay, Francis, thank you so much that you leave me a time and tell
thank you for
people
the publicity.
about Chain L. So take care. Thank you so much for the speech and see you next time, I hope.
Great.
Have
Take
a
care.
nice day.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Evet arkadaşlar, siz şu anda videoyu seyrederken altyazılı olarak bu açıklamaların hepsi geçiyor. Bunları seyrettiniz. Dediğim gibi Francis kendisi uzun yıllar tecrübe ettikten sonra, kendisi bisikletçiymiş zaten, videoda da söyledi. Uzun yıllar sonunda 100 kilometrede bir bisikletimin zincirini yağlamaktan bıktım dedi. Hani ayda bir de dedi 100 kilometre yapan var. Ben günde 100 kilometre yapıyordum dedi. Dediğim gibi umarım bu videoyu da beğenmişsinizdir. Yararlı olmuştur. Bir sonraki videomuzda tabii ben bu arada chain'i ele aldım. Şimdilik kendinize iyi bakın arkadaşlar. Sağlıcakla kalın. Tekrar özür diliyorum. Grip olduğum için bugün sesim böyle bir tuhaf çıkıyor. Kanalıma abone olmayı unutmayın. Ayrıca aşağıya yorum yazarsanız ve videolarımı beğenirseniz beni mutlu edersiniz. Kendinize iyi bakın arkadaşlar.